What is going on, everyone? I know it has been a while since we've done one of these, but we are on our way to the port. My hair is way too long. I need a haircut. It's hot out. It's been a lot of stuff going on at the port lately. If you guys have, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but at the Newark port, there was last week a huge fire, and it actually killed 2 firefighters and injured, I believe, 5 or 6 more. So thoughts and prayers go out to them. But it shut the port down for a couple days, and I'm sure it's been real hectic there. So I don't know what we're walking into when we get there. I'm sure they're backed up. We might be there for quite some time, but besides that, it's port day and we are getting a new car. So we're out of the port. We're actually at a gas station, and you can see what I got. It is another Nissan, and another Y33. So this is a Gloria Broham. It's got 55,000 miles on it. It's slammed to the ground already, and I'm literally bouncing out of the seat. It has JIC coils on it, and I don't know if the preload is set wrong or what, because it's not slamming bumps, so they're not blown. But they're so bouncy, it's crazy. It also has a bad wheel bearing in the front, which is extremely loud, so I can't film inside the car yet. But I have an extra set of wheel bearings off my Sima that should work on this. But yeah, we'll go over it at the shop. Leather interior, that's immaculate. It's actually a really nice car. It's dirty, but it's extremely, extremely clean. Aftermarket exhaust on it with some ugly tips. It's got some aftermarket control arms on the front, which I believe are some pretty high dollar units. And like I said, 55,000 miles. And it's not the Gran Turismo with the round front end, but I kind of like the Broham front end. And this thing is just on the ground. It's got a couple little dings on the fender, and one of the fenders is a little bacon. But obviously it had a huge set of wheels on it at one point, which it's going to get another set of wheels. But yeah, there she is. So that is what we picked up at the port today. I look crazy. I need a haircut. We made it back to the shop, and what a ride that was. Traffic basically the whole way. But yeah, we made it back, and we made some discoveries that are just fucking awesome. This car's got a lot of hidden gems in it. So first off, we cleaned it up, and it cleaned very well. It's a very clean car. You know, considering some of them that got brought over, this thing is in really good shape. Somebody actually loved this car. But oh, I guess without further ado, if you guys remember, I had those 19-inch Euro lines, so I've been saving them for this car. So I threw them on this side. We need a little bit of a spacer, but that's basically what we're at with it. So we got the Euro lines on it, but here's where it gets interesting. So as I was taking this thing apart and checking it out, this car already has the full S chassis conversion for the front suspension. So it's got ABS S15 front knuckles on it. It's got 326 power coilovers on it on the front. And they're like a 20K spring rate, which is way too high for this setup right now. And the rear's got some, they might be 326. I'm not 100% sure, but just by looking at the coils, you could tell they are super, super high end. They have like locking rings for the spanner nuts. They're all spherical, dampening adjustable, and just when you look, sometimes you can just look at something and see that it is a high dollar, high quality item. And that's what these are. They're definitely very high end. Also has the fully adjustable front lower control arms. A company Nagisa makes them, and they're pretty expensive. They're like $900 lower control arms. They're the fully adjustable ones that also incorporate the tension rod, and it has spherical tie rod ends. So this thing, actually, someone loved this thing. Someone put some very expensive parts on this thing, and you could tell there were some spots cut out this thing had a serious air ride setup at one point, because you could see where all the lines were ran in. They're cut, so there's like a hole cut that goes into the trunk, and you could see where all the lines went, and it's trimmed out for the wheel to sit up all up in there. They did a real nice job, and there's no like holes going into the cabins or anything. I might weld those up, but they were put there on purpose, obviously. Under the car is like completely rust free and very clean. Also has an aftermarket muffler, stock midsection, which is weird, and a test pipe on it. But this is also, I don't know if I mentioned this, this is a VG25 car. It's got enough oomph to get out of the way. My buddy Chris I said it looks like a Mercedes now. But yeah, this is where we're at with the Gloria Brougham. Also has the glow-in-the-dark Nissan emblem, which is cool, and something that's kind of rare for these Y33s. The interior is mint, absolutely mint, and it's leather, which you don't see a whole lot of them in leather. Most of them are cloth, but there's like no wear marks, anything. The interior is super clean. Like I said, the car's only got 54,000 miles on it. But everything is super, super nice. It's very, very well taken care of. That's just a mark on the window. That's not actually on the seat. That's coming through the windshield. Even the paint, very nice. I always thought it was black, but it's actually really, really dark blue. Got the factory option rain guards. And that's about it. It's just overall a really clean VIP car. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Vermont has done away with the out-of-state registrations. So we're beat now, which we're not really beat, but it sucks. It just made things so much easier. I don't know if you guys know, I could talk about it now because it's over. But Vermont would register anyone's car in any state through the mail, and you're registered, and it was cheap, no yearly taxes, and the biggest thing is you didn't even need a title. If it was over 15 years old, just a bill of sale and you could register your car, and then it essentially produces paperwork for that car, so you could even transfer it into your home state and get a title for it or get a registration for it. So it saved a lot of barn finds and old cars that didn't have titles, that in a traditional way it wouldn't be worth titling the car, going like the bonded title route, or finding a new chassis or a frame and swapping everything over. It's a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of effort to do that. So Vermont was nice. You were able to just register stuff with a bill of sale, and yeah, you'd get your registration and plate in the mail and 2 weeks later. But some assholes had to ruin it for everyone. Essentially, that's what it came down to. So if you read some of these articles about it, apparently people were registering stolen cars. They were going up there with like 20, 30 registrations at once and like charging people to essentially produce a title for their car, and they were pocketing a shit ton of money. And to end this off, that's gonna be it. We had a long day, woke up super early, got the car. It was definitely a win. I'm super happy with it. And in case you guys haven't seen it, we got a little Hi-Jet here too. This was been in the States for a couple years. I ended up with it through some trades, fuel injected 4x4, and I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but it's a runner driver. So we have a little K-van on the property. On that note, you know the deal, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We are gonna start racking these videos out because we got a lot of stuff to work on. And yeah, that's about it. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.